Hi, my name's Wilx, and this is RLCraft, and today we're going to handle summoning, so you can have mobs to fight for you. In between episodes, I updated to 2.6.2, and I had to re-add real workbench, or the workbenches weren't going to keep their stuff anymore. The reason they deleted it was there was a dupe bug. I've got cheats on anyway, so who cares? Then they immediately came out with a hot fix after I did it. And the hot fix was because the dragons got nerfed too badly. They were getting stuck on trees, and they were too easy to kill and not nearly as effective or dangerous. So if you're upgrading directly from 2.5 to 2.6.3, you can ignore what I'm about to say next. But if you're upgrading from 2.6.2 to 2.6.3, what they've done is they've rolled back the Ice and Fire and Spartan Fire. So what you've got to do is disable Ice and Fire and disable Spartan Fire if it isn't already disabled. Start up the game. So now there's no dragons in your world for a second. Close the game down. Then you can re-enable Ice and Fire and Spartan Fire. Spartan Fire relies on Ice and Fire to work. That's why we're doing it that way. And now you're going to have dragons back again. Now, whether they'll be in the same spots or not, I don't know. But this is to avoid crashes from the changeover for the dragons. All right, enough of that rambling. Let's get on to some hints here. So I whined too much about wearable backpacks last episode. I did say that you could enable self-interaction to true so that you could use a hotkey to open it when it was on your back. When I went in to redo it after the update, I noticed immediately below it, it had equipAsChestArmor, and you could put it as false instead of true. Well, so what happened? I tried it out. Sorry, I should have saved before I did. And I can open my backpack. See, backpack's there. But if we look in here, I'm wearing my armor. Nothing there. So you still put it on the same way that you did before, but now it doesn't take up my chest slot. Cool. I was seriously considering putting in a different backpack mod because I was so annoyed about that. Next tip, number 2. This was from AC Gaming. He suggested sound filters config. If you change the number of blocks reverb will check through from 1024, he suggested down to 512. I put it all the way down to 128. So if you don't care about hearing echoes in hallways or over a long distance, then this is going to made a significant improvement in my FPS. Significant. The tip number 3, Let's Play with D-Day, another YouTuber, asked me if the Lycanites mobs had chest armor. You don't see it on them, but do they have something hidden in there that acts like chest armor? For the Saber, because the Saber does double damage. I think the Rapier does too. Double damage if they don't have chest armor. So I had to look through the JSON files, and all the ones I looked at, all the mobs I'd met so far, were armor equals 0. So no, you can still get armor on zombies and skeletons and stuff, but not on the others. So that makes those weapons pretty good. The ones that double it for no chest armor, especially when you're up against some of the harder mobs. 4th tip. I'm playing this on hard mode. Hard difficulty. And hard difficulty is 10% harder than normal. And easy difficulty is 20% easier than normal. So if you're dying a lot and having trouble with the game and rage quitting and stuff, step it down to easy. the mobs would be like 30% easier than they are now, taking less damage, doing less damage, etc. So not completely wiping out all your problems, but at least reducing them by a little bit. You know, when you were that close to living and not quite making it, well, 30% would make the difference. Next tip. There are different mods you can use as, mobs, Lycanites. They can use as pets in this pack. You can get them to help attack for you, things like that. There's also ones that you can ride. There's ones you can ride like a horse on the ground, like there's a lion type creature you can ride like that. But there's flying ones as well, and you can mount them. So I noticed one out my window. Actually, while I was recording, I think we could see it over there. There was a black thing. I think it was a Morock. I didn't walk up and say hello to find out. So I decided to look up what it was for the treats, and I tried looking up online, and the names they had for the treats were all wrong. They're not what the treats were in this game. But let's say you pick the Avian treat. Well, when I try to look up online as to which one, or the bestiality or whatever, which ones are Avian, I couldn't find it anywhere. I had to again go back to the JSON files and look through there, and it was a pain in the butt because you had to look up each different animal individually. So I might have missed some on this, but I think I got them all. So for the Avian treat, the ones you can do is the Raiko, the Rock, the Uvaraptor, and the Ventoraptor. Basically, you throw one of these treats out to them, and they eat it and become your pet, and then you can put a saddle on them, mount them, and fly them. At least I think that's how it works. I haven't tried it yet. But I decided I was going to make some of these treats in advance, so that if I saw one out my window, I'd run and grab a treat, go out there and feed it, and hope for the best. So I may end up having one of these riding things off camera, because that's probably when I'll see it. But those aren't the only flying ones. There's other types of flying ones. There are, I'm making two things here. I'm making the Avian treat, which I just talked about, and I'm making the dragon treat. And no, that doesn't work on the great big dragons. You've got to grow an egg to mount one of those. But there are lots of other mobs that are considered dragons. There's the Cockatrice, the Ignibus, the Morock, and, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, Quetzodracl. Don't worry, I'll have all the names down in the description for this video with which treat goes with them. So you can use, so that would have been the Morock I saw in my room, so that's why I was deliberately making that one as well. And there was two others that I found, and I didn't notice any others. There was the Beholder you can mount, and that takes an Aberration treat. And the Cacodemon takes a demon treat. And all the other things that use those treats don't fly. So I thought I'd give that a try and see what I ended up with. But I'm just going to leave them. I'm not going to carry them around with me. I'm just going to leave them in here for now. Oh, and I was going to make some sabers because they can get different results. So let's see what we get. Nothing. Nothing. -1 reach. That's garbage. Nothing. Plus 10% attack speed, -5% damage. I care more about the damage. I guess I'll use one of the nothings. I will probably try remaking them off camera. I'm not going to make you wait around. For instance, I made some of these. Plus 15 dig speed, attack speed. Plus 15 dig speed, attack speed. So, because mine were worn right out. Oh, let's sleep. It's nighttime. And then we'll get on to the main purpose of this episode, the summoning. Oh, before we talk about that, I built myself a basement. And, I found there was a whole bunch of coal down here. And I cooked up a bunch of food, not just what's here, but a whole bunch upstairs. I had piles of potatoes. And when I cooked them in this and I click on it, I would get a bunch of experience. However, remember I picked up those hoppers last episode? And I automated this. I was deliberately going to use it for water. And then I did a few odds and ends of things here. But that was a little bit too much. And that was a little bit too much. You don't get any experience from cooking if it's been cooked and pulled out by a hopper. Or anything else for that matter. You've got to pull it out yourself to get the experience. And I got myself a bunch of experience. Whoops. What? There we go. So I've got 17 levels of experience. So over 17 and a half. Now we're going to make ourselves a summoning staff. So ender pearl with bone gold. Now to use this guy, we need magic 8. And guess how much experience I need to do that? Like 17 levels and a bit. So let's you can watch down here if you want to see them ticking off. There we go. So it was like 17 there, so 17 and 4. Took to go from 1 to 8. And we'll put any spare experience back in there. All right, and I think we're ready to go. I got everything? Yep. Let's go down and try out our summoning staff. Before we go down there, let's go down here. Just before we do this, let's check that we have everything set up correctly for our summons. No, I don't. That needs to be on aggressive. Now, second thing. Which of these do you think would be better? We've got the Aegis, which is defends towns. We got that Cinder that I killed before. It throws fire around and stuff. We got the Darkling. They're actually smaller than they look. The Cobalt. The water creature of some sort. And this little rat here. Now, you can probably guess. You're probably down to somewhere between this and this. Which one of those two would be better? Well, there was absolutely a clear winner, and it wasn't this one. That's the clear winner. When I went into the JSON files and took a look at it, this thing has a damage of 4 and attack speed of 8. And it also has health of 20 and defense of 3. The Cinder only does 2 damage and an attack speed of 1 with 10 health and no defense. So this thing's going to do like 16 times as much damage, be able to take more than twice as much damage. Definitely the winner. So that's the one we're going for. All right. Anything spawn while I was talking? Okay. Anything behind me spawn while I was talking? Okay. So we need to get through this hole first before we summon. Then we click this, and we've got our summon up there. See? There's our summon. And then we'll run down the hall, placing torches like normal. And if anything attacks us, we can back up, and we can let it do its thing. There's a zombie. Just deliberately let it do its thing. See, and it takes out the zombie without too much trouble at all. Whoa, a grue. And I don't have another one of these summoned, do I? Oh, there was one. He was right there. Well, how did he get stuck there? Give me a break. Oh, because I can't have the staff in my hand when I do it. Okay, I've got to remember, hit 1, like that. Okay. Okay, all you guys there, do something, will you? I think I want to step back a little bit and heal, because there is a grue out there, and I have no interest in taking on a grue damaged. I'll even do this. These things are cheap. When it's body and head, I'll do them anyways. Okay. Let's do that again. It's a grue. Let's be doubly. No more grue. Where the hell did he go? Oh, let's not... look, those guys didn't even follow me. I can't say much for their pathing. There's another chupacabra. This guy gave me one of those. Okay, I probably should hit them myself too. I might fare better. Oh, we need to put some stuff away. So pack. And I'm pressing spacebar. Clicking on one of the things while I'm holding spacebar. And that's how I get them all in there. Right away. Another one of these. I'm not worried. I know there's some red squares on the ground, but I'm not as worried about them. This is the hall we went down before. Now, oh, and remember in here, I think the Banshee spawned up near the roof there, is what happened, and then came down and got me. All those mobs spawned up near the roof there and then came down and got me. And that's how it all got messed up. Either that or they came out of that hole there. All right. Oh, why is this closed off? Is that where that skelly spawner was? I'm so confused. No, that's a skelly spawner. Yeah, it is. Okay. Another one of these. And that, and that, and that. Okay. Let's at least have it like that. So I can't even bring up the shield. That's why I keep messing up on the shield, is I'm not using the right tool at the time. To hell with you. You guys can stay there. I'm more interested in going down this hall here. What is that guy there? Is he going to aggro me right away? Hope not. And that's it. Get me on fire anyways. And he died, and he has... That's why I was interested in him. He had blaze rods. I've taken some damage, but let's get some things lit up here anyways. Guys, why are you hanging out back here? You should have gone up and protected me from that spider. Thank you very much. If you guys are going to hang back there, I'm going to do another one. And then we're going to come over here. I'm going to break this right away. And here comes another one. Something's hurt. I'm getting a ringing in my ears. Well, maybe that's a real life ringing. No, it's gone away. Don't know what that was. Oh, we got lots of experience. Let's not forget that. Oops. What happened there? Why is it? I think I'm getting way too far ahead of this guy. What is empty hall? Yep, so far. Whoop. Cut that out. And where was... Took a lot of damage. Where were you? Whoa. Come on, Banshee, come for me now when I've got those things out. I did very poorly against that little rat. I did do my left leg, right? Yeah, I think I've done them all now. Unless I missed the left foot. That doesn't seem to be going up. Okay. Why is my thing still showing head and everything? Is that armor or is that my health? Yeah, that's probably my armor. Oh, and we should probably eat some food. And then we are going to do just a little more and we'll call it an episode, I think. Now, does it take me for a creeper to go off, or... What's hitting me? Probably should have done this haul earlier on. Well, this looks interesting. Look at that there. All right. Oh, we're pretty full there. Pack. I'm definitely going to be coming back for that. I can't break that yet, can I? No. But let's grab... Actually, I'm full anyways. Okay, ooh. Whoops. And take those with us. I think I can even plant them right now myself. I don't think that's a farming thing. And let's take the redstone with us. And those with us. And we're out of torches as well once we've done this. And I'm doing all this without a guy on top of me. So let's get that up. And I think I'm going to get the out of here. So if I make it all the way back without any event, I will bring you back in then. Or in the meantime, if I get stopped, I will bring you back in. Actually, correction. I'm lost, so I am going to do something here that was suggested to me again by Let's Play with DA, or D-Day. I'm going to get myself some stones, and I'm going to use those stones to mark my way back to this thing. Whoops. Okay, so this was the interesting room. Again, let's... Thank you, guys. Banshee's a little easier with that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some stones and we're going to mark it like that. And so that is the way down to the thing that I'm interested in. And the way out is this way. And I'll see you back if I make it out safely. All right, I made it back safely. I think that's enough for this episode. Next question for you. I'm considering making a episode on the grappling hook if there's enough interesting stuff to do with it. I know that I can prevent fall damage with it. I think you just aim it at the ground if you get dropped by a bird, and you can stop taking fall damage that way. You can use it to pull mobs towards you. Of course, you can use it to climb walls. You can use it to swing from spot to spot. What interesting things have you done with a grappling hook that I should know about? What things should I practice and try? Because I've got to get to know how to do it myself before I do an episode on it. And while I've climbed up walls with them before, I really haven't done anything really innovative. And if I'm going to do an episode that sort of specializes in that, I better have something worthwhile that isn't obvious. Otherwise, I just throw it in as a, make one of these, use it, and do something else more interesting for the episode. So let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. Go out there and have some fun. Thanks.